Alright folks, welcome to this exciting video where you once again join me in the wild landscape of Scotland, and today we're in an agricultural landscape and we're about to take a look at a piece of history that I've never seen before on the channel. This is another one of these abandoned ducats which lies in the wild countryside, and this one here is kind of located near Northwater Bridge, kind of in the Fettercairn area on the edge of Aberdeenshire, I would say, in Scotland here. And the cool thing with this ducat, like, it's accessible just now because the field's just freshly been combined, and I just love exploring places that I've never been before, seeing things that I've never seen. I love the different levels of decay that each of these ducats seem to be in. Yeah, so these ducats were often built for big houses or castles in the area, because back at the time when they were built, it was like a legal requirement for those big mansions to have such a building, because the government or the military back then, the navy, they used to collect bird dung, and they used to use one of the ingredients for the gunpowder back at that time, and that's the reason that these old ducats stand on the land around Scotland. Just check it out from here, folks. The roof's obviously off it there. What an incredible structure. I did visit one like a couple of years ago. There was one with a similar construction to this, but it's cool being able to have a look. Hopefully I can stick the camera in the front of here and just see what is inside it. Wow, check this out. There's a tree fully grown. Look at that. Wow. See inside there, folks, that's where the birds obviously stayed, within the little holes. It's so overgrown at this time of year, but it's the only time of year you can get into places like this. See the detail, the stone slabs was on the architecture, so the pigeons had somewhere to sit. And you can also see how there's been an original door hanging on those little hinges there. And just check this mad landscape, folks. We're literally in a freshly combined field out here. Just check it out. I'm taking full advantage of this. It's exploring season once again. In places like this, they're only available to explore for like a couple of weeks at best, until the farmer decides to replant it, plough it and seed it. Look at the interesting detail in the stonework there. See how the stones is curved and shaped? These details are missing off this far end. Maybe the original masonry is lying within the long grass and the weeds. Yeah, I would love to try and have a better look, but you can just see how like overgrown it is right there. None but these massive thistles, folks. It's the flower of Scotland and it's fully overgrown areas. You can see the pigeonholes in that one have actually like fallen off the wall pretty much. Just check it out, it's quite a narrow little door. It's so cool to document each of these and see the little differences and the different levels of decay. Most likely the pigeons would have gone out and in the roof of this one, similar to what we saw at the Finavon ducat. Yeah, this one's made with the sandstone. It's quite a grand construction, and often these ducat constructions match the architecture of the houses which they were designed to, obviously, or like owned by. Yeah, the back wall's maybe slightly bowing out, but it looks actually in pretty good condition. This is just a mad like summer's little adventure here. I was kind of just driving, looking for any bit of history that I hadn't seen, and when I noticed this I thought I have to turn the car around. And look how high it is. It's such a tall, grand structure. Quite often the roofs were shaped down the slope sides. There's like steps on the stones, and that was designed to give the birds more area to sit on as well. These were fully designed for the keeping of pigeons, and that was it. I believe back then they most likely would have eaten some of the eggs and stuff as well from the pigeons. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a whole level of detail. Sometimes stones and things was taken from buildings like this and used in the construction of like farms or houses in the nearby area. And if those stones had been super detailed at the ends, they were maybe taken. Yeah, it looks like this one may actually just have had a smooth slope. And that's the first time I've seen that on a ducat. What a mad bit of history that is right there, folks. Check that out for an angle of abandoned history. I just need to get an angle of it from this corner over here. You can see the size of the pigeonholes inside it and the height of it. It's been a strong structure with the internal wall giving them that extra amount of pigeonholes. Each one of these must have housed over 100 pigeons, and you can just imagine the hustle and bustle when all that was flying around in this area. So it's incredible to see these little remains of history, folks. It's almost like a skeleton, just a slight like part of the history which remains, and it's cool to document it at a certain time before it's gone forever. There's so much heat in that sun today, it's just incredible. It's a proper summer environment out here, and I've just loved seeing this building that we had never documented before. That's another one ticked off the list. And it is just an impressive big structure. You can imagine the Dovecote keeper coming in here probably each day to check on the birds and see if everything's okay. There was maybe even foxes and other animals snooping around trying to get a piece of the action or trying to get their tea. I think this field nowadays must be owned from this farm, which is just over the other side of that field there. Shout out to the farmer if you're watching this. I come with the greatest respects. I'm literally just documenting a piece of history while it's available to explore. I'm on my way, and it's been a fun wee adventure. I'm going to end this one here though, folks, because I'm almost back at the car. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back very soon with the next crazy little abandoned wonder heading in these mad lands.